Welcome back, children, to with another topic, that is what vegetative propagation in asexual mode. So vegetative propagation, if we talk about the vegetative propagation, what is the meaning of vegetative propagation? Means formation of a new plant or a development of a new plant, or you can say creation of a new plant from any plant body. Maybe it is a stem, maybe it is a root, maybe it is a leaf. So by any part of the plant body so when there is a formation of a new plant body, formation of a new plant, so that time we call it as a vegetative propagation, right? Why we are saying vegetative? Because from the vegetative part of the plant body, these are the vegetative part of the plant body. So from the vegetative part of the plant body, when there is a formation of a new plant, that time we call it as a vegetative propagation, and this is just related with the plants. This type of asexual mode is concerned with the plant only. If you talk about the type of vegetative propagation, so type of vegetative propagation is two types. Natural vegetative propagation, natural vegetative propagation, and artificial vegetative propagation. Right, natural vegetative propagation again by stem, by root, by leaf. If the formation of a new plant by any part of the vegetative part naturally take place, that time we call it as a vegetative propagation. For example, if we talk about the potato example, potato is what? The stem of the potato we call it as a tuber, right? So what is there? If you see the potato is like somehow like this structure, it is having a dark black points over here. So in that, what we call it as a eye, right? And actually these are what nodes and internodes. So this is the reduced stem and swollen stem. From that there is a formation of a new plant. So that time we call it as a natural vegetative propagation. By roots also there are the number of example. For the roots also there is a formation of a plant. Dahlia is also there. Asparagus is there. So these are few example about the asexual mode vegetative propagation by the root. By the leaf, in your book there is a very common example is given, that is a bryophyllum. Bryophyllum, what is this bryophyllum? From the leaf of bryophyllum, from the margin of the leaf of a bryophyllum, this is the leaf. From the leaf there is a formation of a bud, and gradually there is a root, and this bud is going to detach, and there is a formation of a new bryophyllum plant. So by leaf there is a creation of a new plant, by stem there is a formation of a new plant, by roots there is a formation of a new plant. So in this case, that what we call it as a vegetative propagation, right? By natural method. But when we talk about the artificial, again there is an example of artificial vegetative propagation is running, cutting, layering, grafting. So these are the example comes where in the artificial vegetative propagation. By cutting, by layering, by grafting, right? So this is the example, means cutting. If you have seen the rose plant, right? In rose, what is there? There is what from the rose, if you cut the stem of the rose and pour into the water, and again after some time you are going to plant in a soil. So there is a formation of a root and leaf come from that stem. So what is that? There is a formation of a new plant from that cut stem. So that's why we call it as a by cutting, and it is done by us actually. So that's why we call it as a artificial vegetative propagation. Layering, if you have seen the grasses, right? Runner, there are the few example of layering. There is a plant that is a bougainvillea plant. There is a plant like grasses. Like in that, what is there? If you have seen the grasses are growing over all the surface. Means if you see that they are running on the floor, hard as possible they are wherever they are. If you are going to plant them in a one place, they are start moving, right? Another example is that is a runner example of the artificial vegetative propagation. But when you see that, okay, there is a plant that is a bougainvillea plant. This is very common plant in city. If you see that, what happens, this is a very huge bushy plant, and when you just take the branches are coming, and if you take one of the branch and going to just press inside the soil, means if you are going to bend one of the branch of that plant, from the plant itself you are going to bend, this is the plant and it is going to be bent like this way, we are going to push inside the soil. So what happens, the portion from where that stem is touching the surface, and that the portion, if it is having a nodes and internodes, from there is a formation of a new roots, and the lateral branches will come out. So again there is a formation of a new plant from where, from vegetative part of the plant body. So that time we again call it as a artificial vegetative propagation. Grafting is something unique technique in that what is there, if we want to combine the two desired character of any plant. For example, if we want to see the very common example is there, if you see the mango, different varieties of mango, there are the hybrid is also, for the different fruits are available, for vegetable is available. So what is the meaning of hybrid? If you see, there is a two, means two good character of the vegetable, that fruit is combining in a single fruit, right? You can say in that way. So two desired characters are combining where, in a single plant. So in that case, what is there, the one part of the you can say one part of the stem is taken from the one variety, and the second part is taken from the another variety, and both are going to be combined, right? So in that is a way we call it as a grafting. You can see like this is very common in a rose plant also. For that, what is there, there is a one stem from the one plant, one stem from the another plant, and both are combined together by a moss plant. Moss is a, why we are combining, or why we are binding it on moss, because moss is having a capacity to retain the water. So for binding, for there is a joining of these two stems, there is a need of water also. So that is given by the moss plant usually. So in that case, one behave as a stalk and one behave as a cycle, means root and stem, and both gradually join together, make a single stem, and that is the technique we call as a grafting. So these are the few examples of the vegetative propagation by natural, by the artificial method. One of very important technique in artificial vegetative propagation is actually a tissue culture. What is tissue culture? Okay, one more thing before go to that. What are the advantages if we talk about the vegetative propagation over the natural method of the plant reproduction? So what is the advantage of the vegetative propagation? Right, in vegetative propagation we can obtain a plant in a very short duration, right? For normal method of reproduction we have to wait for the maturation of that plant, means the flower should become, and that flower, there is a formation of a pollen, there is a formation of egg inside the ovary, then there is a fusion between them, and after that there is a formation of a seed, and when we are going to sow that seed, that time there is a formation of a new plant, right? So that is a normal way. But when we talk, when we want to produce that variety of plant in a very frequent way, so how it is possible? So in that case, this vegetative propagation is very useful, right? By any part of the plant we can obtain the new variety without waiting for the maturation period. In the vegetative phase itself, there is a by taking the vegetative part of the plant body in vegetative phase, we can make the new plants, right? So this is the advantage of the vegetative propagation. Second advantage is what? When we talk about the vegetative propagation, we can obtain a number of more individual in the next generation, right? So progeny can be more in a vegetative propagation. But there is a disadvantage also of a vegetative propagation. What is the disadvantage actually? So when we talk about the vegetative propagation, that time actually we are talking about the part of the plant body, means any vegetative part of the plant body. Right. In that case, what is there? If the that part of the plant body is infected with any pathogen, maybe bacteria, maybe virus, means that is a disease one. So when we are taking that part and we are growing a new plant from that part only, so it means that infection will come from that part to the new plant body also. So this is the disadvantage of the vegetative propagation. So to overcome with that disadvantage, there is another technique nowadays frequently we are using in vegetative propagation, that is what? Tissue culture. Tissue culture, or we call it as a micro propagation also. So what is tissue culture? In tissue culture, now what is there? If this is a plant, so if from the growing part of the plant body, what is the meaning of the growing part of the plant body? Means tip of the root, tip of the shoot, or a bud, means that is a growing part. If we talk about the growing part of the plant body, it means we are talking about the meristematic tissues. Right, meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissues means that these tissues are the dividing stage. If the tissues are the permanent tissues, so there is no point to take that, because from that there is no cell division, right? So whenever we are talking about the propagation of a new plant from the any part of the plant body, it means we have to take what? We have to take the small growing part of the plant body. So that is known as the meristematic tissue, that we call as a meristematic tissue. So tip of the root, tip of the shoot, or when we are taking, so that is what we are taking, the meristematic part of the plant body. Okay, so this is the one thing. Along with that, when we are talking about the tip of these plant structure, it means these plant structure are in the growing stage, or you can say these are the infant stage of the plant. So they are not infected with the disease whatever present in that plant body, because they just born, right? They are just dividing. So it means they are non-infected part of the plant body. So when we are talking about the tissue culture, that time we take any part of the plant body that is growing, means that are the tip of the root, tip of the tip of the shoot, or the branches, or the bud. So when we are taking that piece is going to pour where? In a different culture medium, right? So in the lab there is what? There are the different nutrient mediums are kept where? In a test tube. So these are the different type of test tubes in the culture lab, and these tubes are filled with the different type of hormones. Hormones, for example, if we talk about the plant, so plant is having basically three type of hormones. That is what? Auxin, cytokinin, and zerbulin. So these are the three hormones basically present in the plant body for the growth of the plant. Auxin is related for the elongation of the root and shoot. Then zerbulin is for the elongation of the roots, and again for the it is for the lateral growth also. And when we talk about the cytokinesis, this is for the cell division, right? So when cell will divide, then only there is a formation of a plant body, because when we are taking the plant structure, we are just taking a piece of the plant structure. So that piece of the plant cell is kept to where? Into a different nutrient medium, right? And these nutrient medium is having what? These are having a different type of plant hormones, and that plant hormones is responsible for the growth of the plant body. So gradually there is a division take place, and there is a group of cell, and that group of cell we call mass of the cell, we call it as a callus. And gradually these callus differentiated into a small plant, and these small plant we will take out from this culture lab, and we are going to plant where? This plant into the inside the soil, and gradually there is a formation of a new plant that is non-infected. If a parent plant is infected, so by the tissue culture we can find out the healthy plant also. So this technique is known as the tissue culture technique, and this is one of the important very frequent used technique nowadays in a vegetative propagation. So children, I have told you about the different type of vegetative mode of reproduction today in plants. Along with that, I have told you about the different asexual mode, for example budding, fission, then I have told you sporulation, fragmentation, planaria, in regeneration in planaria also I have told you. So these are the few things that I have told you in the asexual mode. And in the next module we will start with the different type of sexual mode in unicellular as well as multicellular organism, and when you will go through this, hope you will get all the things very easily. If you are not able to understand anything, you are free to contact me and we will discuss it. Thank you.